Digital All-Optical Physical Layer Network Coding for OC signals. Shows the experimental configuration, exploiting two SOA MZI gates, the first for the encoding process of the CO and the second for decoding XOR operation that in a realistic ROF is performed at the end user. The continuous wave, CW, signals at lambda 1 equals 1549.8 nanometers, lambda 2 equals 1553.1 nanometers and lambda 3 equals 1553.6 nanometers were emitted by three tunable LDs, TLDs, multiplexed by an array waveguide grating, AWG, and modulated by an electroabsorption modulator, EAM, by a 10 GHz electrical clock signal for the SC generation. The output of the EAM was amplified by an erbium-doped fiber amplifier, EDFA, and demultiplexed by means of an AWG. Signals lambda 1 and lambda 2 were further OC modulated by two LINBO 3 modulators, which were driven by a programmable pattern generator, PPG, loaded with 2.5 gigabits per second NRZ27-1 pseudo-random bit sequence, PRBS, so as to form the SCM OC uplink data A and B signals. These uplink signals were transmitted through spools of single-mode fibers, SMF, with lengths of 3.9 km and 4 km, emulating the uplink connections between the RAUs and CO. An optical delay line, ODL, was employed at the branch carrying the data B stream, in order to enable bit-level synchronization during synchronous operation and insert time offsets at the asynchronous operation. Stream lambda 3 was not modulated with data in order to emulate the SC produced at the CO and used for the downlink traffic. Variable optical attenuators, VOAs, and polarization controllers, PCs, were also employed for power regulation and polarization adjustments, respectively. Experimental setup of the proposed OPIC scheme comprising the SC modulated data generation, the encoding and the decoding process. The data streams, lambda 1, lambda 2, were injected into the control ports A and D, while lambda 3 SC was applied at the port C of the SOA MZI XOR gate 1. The input power levels were measured, 800 W-1 dBm, for lambda 1, lambda 2 and 400 W-4 dBm, for lambda 3. The SOA MZI was biased in such a way so that port G acts as the switching port. Hence, when only one of the two data is present, a pi shift between the two SOA MZI branch signal constituents is obtained by cross-phase modulation, XPM, and lambda 3 emerges with a logical 1 at the output port G. Otherwise, when both data signals are equally present, then lambda 3 bears a logical 0, confirming the implementation of an all-optical XOR gate by means of an SOA MZI. The output port of the first XOR encoding gate was filtered and launched into port D of the second SOA MZI XOR gate, which acts as a decoder. A part of data A was connected with port A for decoding data B, while a CW signal launches port C, lambda 4 equals 1548.4 nanometers. Equivalently, when data A is decoded, data B is connected to port A of the second SOA MZI. The input power levels were measured, -1 dBm for the control signals lambda 1, lambda 3 and -4 dBm for lambda 4. SMF and ODL were used for pattern and bit level synchronization. The output of the XOR2 gate was filtered by a 0.65 nanometers filter and monitored by an optical sampling oscilloscope, OSC. The SOA MZIs featured two 1600 m long hybrid integrated SOAs, both operating at a moderate current value of 180 mA. The SOA gain recovery value at driving conditions was 180 ps for both SOA MZI XOR gates, significantly longer than the 100 ps period of the SC signal. In this way, the SOA MZI response of both XOR gates is turned into a low-pass filtering, neglecting the high-speed subcarrier of the optical control data A and B signals but correctly processing their data envelopes. Presents the experimental results obtained for the synchronous encoding and decoding operations between two 2.5 gigabits per second data streams. A and B shows the input time traces of data A and B, respectively, while the XOR stream at the output of the first SOA MZI is shown in C. The encoded stream features a logical 1-bit value when data A and B correspond to different bit values, while it is equal to 0 when the two data have the same logical bit value. D and E illustrates the decoded data A and B at the output of the second SOA MZI, after the XOR operation between the encoded signal and either the data B or data A, respectively. It should be noted that the decoded streams featured sub-bit dips between successive 1s, resulting from the XOR operation when logical 1s are generated by the transition from differential phase plus pi between the SOA MZI branches to minus pi. However, the initial data patterns were retrieved successfully, confirming the successful decoded process at 2.5 gigabits per second. F and G depicts the I diagrams of the input OC SCM data A and B, respectively. H shows the I diagram of the XOR encoded signal at the output of the first SOA MZI, exhibiting an extinction ratio, ER, of 9.6 decibels and an amplitude modulation, AM, of half a decibel. I and J illustrates the I diagrams of the decoded data A and B, respectively, exiting the second SOA MZI XOR gate. Both I diagrams exhibit an ER equal to 8.2 decibels and an AM equal to 1.2 decibels. Experimental results for 2.5 gigabits per second data. Traces, 400 ps/div, A, data A, B, data B, C, encoded XOR, D, decoded data and, E, data B I diagrams, 80 ps/div, F, data A, G, data B, H, encoded XOR, I, decoded data and, J, decoded data B. K, Burr curves for the OC data without SC, the OC SC data, the encoded XOR with / without fiber after the users and the decoded output OC data. The successful encoding and decoding operations were also verified with the aid of bit error rate, BR, measurements. K, shows the Burr curves carried out at various stages of the system. The Burr curves reveal error-free operations for both decoded data signals, having a power penalty equal to 3.2 decibels when compared with the initial OC data signals at Burr equals 10-9. This power penalty is partially attributed to the SC modulation of data A and B, which introduces a power penalty of 2 decibels. Burr curves for the encoded XOR stream exiting the first SOA MZI were also carried out for two cases, when the SCM OC data are directly inserted to the encoder without the use of extra fiber and when fiber spools of 3.9 km and 4 km are inserted between the OC SC data A and B and the first XOR gate in order to emulate the uplink connection. The power penalty between these two Burr curves, with and without fiber, is negligible. By comparing the XOR curves with the OC SCM data, the power penalty at 10-9 is approximately 0.7 decibels. Possible asynchrony between the two data streams reaching the encoding unit was also examined by introducing various sub-bit temporal delays at data B, as may potentially be introduced by mobile wireless users. A and B illustrates the input traces of OC SC data A and the delayed by 100 ps, 0.25 tau bit, data B, while C depicts the encoded XOR trace. Although short parasitic pulses of 0.25 bit duration appear at the encoded XOR stream, by implementing the decoding XOR function between the encoded XOR and the delayed data B, the trace of the decoded data A can be successfully retrieved, as shown in D. E. shows that data B was also correctly decoded by the XOR operation between the encoded stream and data A, after a time delay of 0.25 bit duration. Experimental time traces Omicron F asynchronous 2.5 gigabits per second operation for two different time offsets. Time traces, 400 ps/div, for time offset equal to 0.25 tau bit, A, data A, B, data B delayed by 0.25 bit, C, encoded XOR signal, D, decoded data and, E, data B for time offset equal to 0.5 tau bit, F, data A, G, data B delayed by 0.5 bit, H, encoded XOR signal, I, decoded data A, J, data B magnified in sets highlight time offset. K, Burr curves of the decoded data signal for various time offsets between the input OC SC data. Similar results were obtained for the asynchronous encoding and decoding of NC operation where data B is delayed by a sub-bit time offset equal to 200 ps, 0.5 tau bit, as shown in F-J. F and G illustrates the SCM OC data A and B, respectively, reaching the encoding XOR gate with a time offset of 200 ps. H shows the encoded XOR trace exiting the first SOA MZI, while I and J shows the decoded data A and B after the second XOR operation between the encoded pattern and the initial data pattern of data B or A, respectively. In this operation, both data A and B were successfully retrieved, with decoded data B having a delay equal to the time offset. The highlighted insets magnify the traces in a specific part of the stream where the asynchrony can be observed and the XOR signal appears to have parasitic pulses equal to the respective time offsets. The successful asynchronous operation was also evaluated with Burr measurements, by inserting various relative delays between the two data and measuring the error rate for the down-converted decoded signal. K shows the Burr curves versus the average received power for time offsets equal to 0 tau bit, 0.1 tau bit, 0.25 tau by tan 0.5 tau bit, revealing error-free operation at 10-9 for all these cases. No additional power penalty when comparing the synchronous with the asynchronous operation was observed. This fact indicates that the performance of the proposed system remains functional even in the case of non-synchronized packets. The power penalty of the decoded stream with respect to the original down-converted OAK SCM data is approximately 1.5 decibels.